Well, I guess we should go ahead and start.
Yeah, so welcome to Bookalicious.
Super special episode. We have guests
Yeah.
today.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Whoop.
Yay. So we're joined by Kindred Kindles, who we've shouted them out on the past two episodes. Um, and their names are Kristen and Taylor. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, we actually don't know really anything about you. So how did you guys meet? How did you start a podcast?
Oh my gosh, they want to hear our love story, Kristen. You hear that? They want to
Yes.
know about us.
It's the story of the century. Basically, Taylor was like, what were you? My trainer, my supervisor for some
Yeah.
internship, and she
She fell for the
scared the
boss,
heck out of me.
girls. That's all.
Drama.
I did fall for the boss. But yeah, it was just kind of like an internship, and then we both started our own businesses, kind of doing the same thing, and we would just like volley ideas back and forth, and we became like business besties, and then we talk about our life, and we just are best friends that live across the country. And this past, what was it? August, we met for the first person after like 3 or 4 years
Whoa.
of friendship. It was
It was
unbelievable. It
rad.
was
It
so
was so
cool. It was
rad. We
like
just like did all the things that we went to Target, took pictures of books for a while, took
perfect.
some pictures together, the whole thing. It was good.
I, I folded her laundry. We cried on the couch. Like girlhood
Oh my
in
Love.
gosh,
its prime.
that's amazing.
Were you like, oh, you're shorter than I thought in person, or taller, or blah?
Hmm. That's interesting. I don't know. I think I was like so worried that Kristen was gonna think I was like a crazy person. I like pull up and I'm like, "Hey, I'm so glad you're coming and you're just trusting me with you because like, whatever." I think
I kind of felt the same way because, like, as I got in the car, I was like, oh my gosh, like, her kids are here. Like, I would never, like, if it was anyone else in the world, I would never be like, oh, I've never met you, get in the car. Like, glad you're not catfishing me with my kids. But, like, I don't know. Like, we
well,
just really trust
we
each other,
Marco
I
Polo
guess.
all day long, every day of the week
I,
too. So
like, in the shower, on the toilet, like, we are constantly talking to each other.
no boundaries. So
No
it worked out well.
boundaries.
But no, I don't think there was anything that yeah, caught me off guard.
I was worried you'd think I was smelled
Never,
or
never could
something,
her.
but
Okay, that
oh,
brings up
good,
a good
good.
question because Chrissy and I, we were listening to a couple of your episodes and we wanted to know where did the nickname Critter come from?
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I think we were on Zoom one night. Kristen lives in Virginia and she always is like, I'm gonna be a country girl. I'm gonna work in my yard, I'm gonna do all these things. And so I started calling her a country mouse. I was like, she just
Uh,
wants to be a country mouse. But then I can't remember where critter itself came from.
I think my husband came up with it because our husbands are always popping in and out, because they want a piece of it. They want to be part of our crew. And unfortunately they can't, no boys allowed. But yeah, I think he started calling me a country mouse and then he started calling me a country critter.
Oh my
And
gosh,
then
it was so cute. Now he's
yeah.
called her critter.
So now everybody calls me critter, like everyone close to me. I don't think my family does though, so that's funny, but
They're
like
like, you're
my
just Kristen.
parents, yeah.
I was legitimately thinking that there were a lot of like Kristens or something in your group and you were like Kristen Critter. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
it
was
works.
not expecting this.
I'd
I
buy
love
it.
that.
I just want to be a country critter so bad. But then, like, for example, a deer came into my yard and ate all of my little violas. And I was so ticked. I was like, I freaking hate living here. Like, give me the city. Like, I was so mad. So, as much as I want to be a country critter, I just don't got it in me. But I'm still a critter. So,
That's amazing. I love that. I kind of had a similar vibe because Candy and I grew up in South Florida, but I lived in Texas for the past 8 years and just cows everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can live my Joanna Gaines farmhouse life.
yes, they like romanticize the country, and you're like, I can do it. And then
Yes,
you think about buying a chicken, and you're like, actually, this is going too far. Like, I can't
I
do
know.
it.
Yeah. No, our brother who lived in Texas too, he did buy chickens. And then I had to take care of them one time. And I was like, oh, these really
Yeah, never
smell.
mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But we had chickens growing up, and I remember my mom was like, Taylor, go water them. And I was so scared. I'm still scared of birds. I literally filled up their little pie pan of water and threw it at them. My mom's like, that defeated the whole purpose of watering them, Taylor. I was like,
The water got in there.
yep,
Not my fault they
exactly.
can't drink it.
Exactly.
So what is your podcast origin story? Your two best girlfriends, and then you're like, I'm gonna start a podcast.
I feel like Taylor, you should take that away because you definitely were the driving force.
Yeah, so I love to read, and I have a problem, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, where I love to read, but I love to also buy books. And so I'm constantly buying books, but I can't keep up with it. And so then Kristen, I think it was right after she had her son, and she was up late at night with him, and she's like, I just need like a good book to read while I'm, nursing up the baby, whatever. And so I started giving her recommendations, and she loved them. And so we start talking about books, and then we were like, this would be really cool if we had another reason to hang out with each other and be like, sorry, we're working. Sorry, don't bother us. So, and we have like a mutual friend, colleague that also has a book podcast. And so we've been like following them, and they just have a super good time with it. And so we were like, we could do that. We could totally do it and have so much fun too. So we started
We
it.
tried, yeah. We tried the very first, like, what, 3 or 4 episodes that we technically recorded. They were a variety show. So that's what we originally were going to do. We were going to do a variety show and talk like TV shows and celebrities, which is like totally outside of my realm. But we weren't vibing, and we were like, you know what? Let's just do the book thing. And we sat down and just brainstormed, and it just felt more like us, like more organic, than talking about other people's lives, I guess. But yeah, it's been fun. I don't know how many episodes we have out now, but we're still babies. We're still new.
We're still workshopping.
Yeah.
Chrissy and I workshop on our episodes. We
Yeah.
try to make it live.
My people. We have found
Yeah.
our people.
That's great. No, we found your podcast and we were listening to some of the episodes. We're like, oh my gosh, we love it. And it always goes back to Frida. And we're like, same. We read
Yep.
one Frida book and now everything is a Frida reference for us.
Oh my gosh, I know. And I was telling Kristen, I like made the mistake of falling in love with Frida. And then I read all of them back to back to back to back to back. And then I was like, no,
Wow.
I have nothing left to read. So I've been like waiting. And so then the boyfriend came out, and I was like, I'll read 2 books and then I'll read the boyfriend. And I'll read a couple more, and then maybe the crash will come out. So I've been like spacing them out, but I was like, please don't make the same mistake as me. Please enjoy them.
Yeah, I'm slowly working through them, very slowly, but they're so good that it's like you can bust them out in like a day or two. They're so quick.
So our podcast, we like read a chunk and then we talk about it, and then we read a chunk and then we talk about it. And with the Frida books, it's so hard because you're
Don't
like,
wanna
okay, I'm gonna
stop.
read 60 pages. Yeah. And every chapter ends on a cliffhanger. So you're just constantly wanting to get to that next segment.
That's so cool though, because then you can kind of like talk and like figure out what like talk about like your theories at that point. And then you get to the end and you're like, oh my gosh, I was totally off. Like Kristen and I talk about that all the time because like
Yeah.
either I'm really stupid or I just love being in the book, but I just like don't even think about it. Like some people are like getting the red string out and like trying to figure it out. I'm like, no, I just want to like read it and enjoy it. So it cracks me up when some people are like, yeah, I can always predict Frida's books. I'm like, no, you can't, girl. You can't.
No, you can't, because Chrissy and I were out here with so many degrees between the two of us, with the red string being like, I think this, I think that, and
For
never.
hours.
For hours.
That is so funny. It reminds me of when Kristen was reading One by One. I don't know if you guys have read that one,
No.
but
Is it a
she's
Frida
like,
book?
yes, I
Oh.
put it off because I didn't want to read it because the cover on Kindle looked so scary. I was like, I don't think I'm ready for this.
It's like what is this called? A cabin in the woods. And like, I don't know. To me, it's just not alluring. Like her other ones, like, look at these beauties. That I'm
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
ooh, I want to read those. But this one, I'm just like, no, thank you. Like,
So maybe
I'm not-
that's why it was, but I didn't
Yeah.
read it. And then I was like, okay, first like Halloween season, I'll read it. And it was so freaking good. So I was like, Kristen, you need to read it. So she's sending me Marco Polos throughout the day. Like, okay, this is what I think. This is what just happened. Da, da, da. And I was just laughing because, like you said, you get it so wrong every time.
Mhm.
Yeah. We've come up with some wild theories where we're like, this is totally it. And we're not even anywhere in the same like world as the world Frida's living in.
She's a queen for a reason.
She is.
We love-
Okay. So you guys, I think, are more well-versed McFans than we are. We found out that's her like groupie name. I think that's
Oh,
amazing.
yes.
The
The
McFans.
McFans.
We love her.
So do
I
you
love her.
she's hilarious. I love her so much. What is your like top like 1 to 2, maybe 3 Frida books if you had to choose them? Because we've only read The Housemaid 1 and 2.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is exciting. Okay,
Yeah.
Kristen, you tell them yours because I feel like you've broken this down a couple
Ooh.
times.
So I have definitely not read as many. So I think I've read like 4 or 5, maybe 6. I think my very favorite is The Inmate. And I want to say that was the second book of hers that I read because I started with The Housemaid and I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. But like The Inmate blows my mind. Even just thinking about it right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want to read it again because there's so many like little turns and little details. You know how she does. Like it's
Yes.
just
Mhm.
so
So good.
brilliantly written. And then there's like framing involved, and then the person who's behind it all you never expect. And it like gives me chills thinking about it right now. I just can't. Like it is so good. So I would say read The Inmate like right after this recording because it's
Okay.
that good.
So
Honestly, I
good.
think we need to.
You do. You do. It's so good.
It's so funny too because I read that one and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like my favorite. So I read The Housemaid first and I really enjoyed that one. It got me like hooked immediately. And then I've been reading more of her newer ones. So I read like The Teacher, The Boyfriend, The Coworker, and I didn't really love The Coworker, but if I were to get my top three, I'd probably go Housemaid just because it's the one that got me into it. And then maybe The Boyfriend and then The Teacher. And The Teacher's kind of controversial, but I loved it because there's twists at the end that in the Frida like McFadden's book, the Facebook groups, they still talk about it and they've finished the book. So it's super, super good.
Okay. So Chrissy and we love Frida, but we feel like it's kind of like a thriller satire of
Mm.
flavor, where it's kind of
Mhm.
like that Hallmark movie where it's the same actors in every book and they put on like a new wig and it's like a very similar plot. And you're just like, I don't care what you write, I'm gonna gobble it up and I love it. And a
Mhm.
lot of the plot is not always, in my mind, like tethered to reality.
Oh
So
no, for sure. It's
we
some of these things I'm like, you must be really either like a crazy psychopathic genius or have too much time on your hands. 'Cause I'm like, how do you come up with this stuff?
I have
I
a
don't know.
theory. I think what she does is she has like a bucket and she writes like different plot twists, like, oh, this person's suddenly pregnant and this person's suddenly a serial killer and this person blah blah blah. And she puts it in the bucket and as she's writing, she gets bored and she's like, let me just pull out of my bucket and see what the next twist is. And then she just works it in, like kind of like an improv troupe would, you
Oh
know what
my
I mean?
gosh, like a Mad
Yes.
Lib style.
Yeah, because you
Listen, it's
never
working
see
for
it
her.
coming. Like, I'm like, how did she put that together in her brain? I don't think she did. I think it was chance. Luck of the draw, if you will.
I love that idea so much.
Be a cool way to write a book.
What type of physician do you think she is? So she's very like secretive. And
Yeah.
I'm very committed to like uncovering her like Superman Clark Kent thing. And she says that she specializes in brain trauma, but she doesn't say what
Ooh.
type of physician she is.
Hmm. That's interesting.
So what do you
It's also
think?
really interesting. Like someone in this is totally off topic, but kind of goes with that. Someone in the McFans group was like, I'd love to do a meet and greet. Like, where are you going to go? And people are like, she doesn't do that. Like, that's like part of the allure. Like, you will never meet her in person and know it's her.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So does she like wear a wig for photos and things if you would never know it's her?
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure.
That would actually explain the bangs.
Are there any photos of her?
Yes,
The
because
bangs
there's
and then
and
glasses.
glasses.
Oh, that's right. There are
you know
photos.
what? It's because she's John Mars. That's why.
Oh my gosh, have you heard that
That's
theory? That's
No.
hilarious.
I was just listening to one of your episodes and you guys were talking about it, but
Oh my
share with
gosh.
Chrissy. We
Yeah,
don't
I
know who
missed
John
that.
Mars is. That was my first time
Oh,
hearing him.
so
That's
John Mars is one of my
yeah.
favorite authors. I love him. His books are very similar to Freida McFadden's, but I feel like they're a slower pace and a more detailed like writing. But yeah, McFadden's apparently that's their name. They like joke about like, oh, John Mars and Freida McFadden are the same person because their books are so similar and like the twists and like just how deep the plots go and things like that.
And they're always like, you'll never see them in the same room. Well, you're never going to see Freida McFadden in a room anyway.
Well, put some bangs on John Mars and some glasses, and he's Freida McFadden. I think
Oh
that's
my
his.
So
gosh.
funny. They're both in that group though, and they both are very active in the Freida McFadden like
Oh.
fan group. It's really funny.
Fascinating.
Mhm.
Do you think
I'm
she's
gonna
like a neurosurgeon?
okay, so that's what people say. They say she's a neurosurgeon. I think she's a psychologist and she's listening to people and how insane they are.
Oh,
And she's like, I'm gonna catalog that.
honestly,
I
genius.
agree. I agree with that.
Genius.
She's like, man, I'm in a book stump. Like, how am I gonna write more? Oh, my 3 o'clock's here. They'll provide me with something.
Yes.
That is so interesting. I like it.
Chrissy had a really interesting thought when we were reading The Housemaid too, because the writing style is very conversational,
Yeah.
Hmm.
which I think that causes a lot of like, hmm, what am I trying to
Friction?
say? Not friction. It's very polarizing. That's what I'm trying to
Turn
say.
off. Yeah.
It's polarizing, where some people really like it because it makes it really easy to consume the books very quickly, which I think is a big plus. But
Hmm.
then you have like literary snobs where you're like, oh, well, it's too conversational, too like
Hmm. I've
low
heard that.
grade reading level.
Hmm.
Yeah. And Chrissy was like, maybe it's like voice to text. And she's like operating, doing
Yes.
like neurosurgery. And she's just like spitballing these books.
And then she just has her editor edit them. Or like she posted
Yeah.
today, she goes, "Can you please stop submitting typos? I understand there are typos in my books. Please stop submitting them." I was like, okay, Queen. Listen, if you want to put out a book with typos, pop off. Whatever.
I'm
But
here
like you
for
said,
it.
it's like the literary people are crazy. And she's like, I get typos submitted like every other day. And she's like, and I didn't even think it was that big of a deal or that bad until they all started coming in.
Fascinating. I don't think I've noticed a typo. Maybe it's just been the two books we've read.
I
Yeah.
think because we're reading through them too fast. That's what it is.
I think the proper way to consume a Frida book is to read it and not think about it
Yep.
and
100%.
just enjoy the ride.
Exactly. That's why I don't understand. These people get so mad. I'm like, then go read like a John Grisham book or something where you could like really dive into it and just like be nerdy. But like, I just want to enjoy it. I just want to escape my life, avoid my 5-year-old, my 2-year-old, and just have a freaking good time.
Yeah.
That's all.
Frida's perfect for that.
Amen.
Yes. Yes. So one of our housemaid questions is out of the three housemaid books, 1, 2, and 3, what was your favorite? And if you talk about the third one, we haven't read that. We'll probably do a recap on it at some point. So no spoilers if you could.
I haven't read the third. I can be honest, the Housemaids aren't my favorite of hers. Well, no, that's a lie. I really like them. But I'm not like drawn to them. I have other ones. I'm like, no, I want to read that first. So I probably won't read the third one for a minute. I would say the first one is probably my favorite.
I agree. The first one is so freaking good. I think strictly because the end of all the Frida books I've read caught me the most off guard. I was like, okay, you're kind of a savage. Okay, this is getting worse. Okay, I get it. So the first one's
Yes.
definitely my favorite. And then I read the third one, and I will say it wasn't my favorite, and it wasn't that great.
Hmm.
Ooh,
I think it was like people wanted it, and so she's like, okay, I'll write it for you. And that's like very much what it felt like. It didn't really, there's a time jump, and which is fine. I can, handle that. But it was just kind of like
Didn't it fit?
boring. No, it was like, the other two, she's like a maid, right?
The
yeah.
housemaid.
This
Yeah.
one, it like follows her as like in her later adult life with, different chapters of that. And it's interesting.
Oh.
I don't know. It wasn't my favorite, but it was still good. I read it, of course. Can't keep me away.
One of the questions that kept me and Chrissy up at night reading The Housemaid 2 is why are all these men so obsessed with her when in the second book she treats her boyfriend very poorly and he's like
The one
a
that is that
Brockbot.
the one she like forgets about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hot
yeah.
lawyer.
Broccoli.
Yeah.
Broccoli.
I'm like, girl, I don't get it. I've also heard, and this is like a very praising, very happy podcast about Frida, but some people get mad because of the way she like writes the women in the books.
Oh,
Um,
really?
that's also like a super controversial thing. And so I just remember reading it and being like, but don't you have a boyfriend? Don't you have a boyfriend at this part? But like, I don't know. It was very interesting to me.
the second book was really like justice for the men. And I'm normally like not there with that, but it's like the women, pretty much every single woman in the book was written as just like a true monster.
Yeah. And all the men, overall, very good. Brock did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
No, he was literally just there existing.
Just
Like,
there.
yep.
Yeah, he was just the delivery vehicle for the murder weapon, which we were really hoping Brock would
Bless
come
him.
back and like be a secret spy or something, but like that was it. He just had heart problems.
Yeah, he was just the filler.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. I remember reading it and being like, knowing how she writes, he's gonna have some big role. Something's gonna happen. And it was just, he's just there.
Nothing.
Yeah.
We thought he was either a robot because we
Ooh.
didn't know who would endure that level of abuse and continue dating someone, or I thought he was an FBI agent trying to get her in
Oh.
catch her in a murder because all of these men in the Manhattan areas have just been
Disappearing.
left and right. Yeah.
I love it. I love
I
it.
didn't even think about that. I was just like, yeah, who's this side character? Get out of here. Like,
Right?
I like
That's
did not
what
even
it was.
think.
You know, if you're looking for another book where the men win, you need to read The Boyfriend. It was so
Ooh.
good.
Okay.
The men
Maybe we'll
win.
skip Housemaid 3 and then go to Boyfriend.
You should. That's another reason why I love Queen Freida, because all of her books are always on Kindle Unlimited. It doesn't matter if they came out yesterday or 2 years ago, they're always there, which I am obsessed. Like, give the people what they want, Frida. Put your books for everybody, please.
I do love that. Yeah, we kind of had a similar dilemma at the beginning where we were like buying books and then we're like, oh man, this is a lot of books. And then we're like, well, maybe you can go to the library and get books, which is a great idea, except maybe it's because we live in like big cities or what, but like we're on like a 50-person wait list for these books.
Oh gosh,
Like-
I didn't even think about that. That's
like,
crazy.
Right? I didn't even know other people use the library. Like, I thought we were ahead of the curve. Like, who else has a library?
I have
The
not.
library. Nobody's using it.
I have not
Right?
checked a book out from the library. I don't like feeling pressured. I don't want to have to give it back in like 5 days or whatever. I want to be able to enjoy it. And it stresses me out.
I just books, so I don't go to the library because then I owe them lots of money. It's true.
We always rented, like growing up, we would get movies from the library,
So you're
like
used to
on
it.
VHSs back in the day. And we were really bad about returning them. And we owed so much money to the library that my mom was like, we could never go back. And then one day they were like running like a special where it's like all fees are forgiven.
Ooh.
So we all roll up and we all get all of our fees forgiven. And then we started immediately not returning the movies on time.
Tracking back up
You're on the no-fly list for your local library. That's
Yeah. I'm currently on a wait list for TJ Klune. He wrote this book, and one of our reader or listeners wanted us to recap it. So I was like, okay, I'll put a hold for the book. It's brand new. I've been on a hold since September, and I'm number 74.
What?
Yeah. They're like, you'll
Crazy.
get it in 6 months.
6 months?
For an ebook.
Oh my gosh. That is
For an
for an
ebook?
ebook?
Ebook. Yes.
Girl.
I don't understand that. Like, how do you like? I don't know a lot about the internet, but like, how is that on hold? Are there only so many ebooks? Like, how does that work? I don't get it.
They have to pay for like licenses or whatever. And I guess they have like 20 or 30 and they're all reserved. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I might end up having to pay for it.
Yeah, your poor listeners, like, they forgot about me. And we're like, no, girl, we didn't. We're holding on. We just can't get it.
We're trying.
That's hilarious.
Okay, going back to Housemaid, guys. What did you guys think of Enzo in Housemaid Secret? Because Candy and I had some pretty differing views when he came back from the Italian mafia and stalked Millie for 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
So as a refresher, he was stalking her in the second book. He was stalking her for several months. And then he pops up and he was like, oh, I was just like making sure you were okay.
Maybe this is because I like dark romance. Stalk me, baby. Stalk me. Yes.
That's another thing, like, while I was reading it, I was like, okay, you're new. It's kind of like broccoli. I was like, okay, bye. Like, oh, and you're new? Okay, like, we're just rolling with the punches over here. Like, I did not think too much into it. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. He loves her, like, obviously. But now that I think of it, I'm like, yeah, that is kind of sketch. Like, that's a little weird.
Yes, that's how I read it too, of like, oh, he loves her. So sweet. And I was here for it. I was like, oh my gosh, they have such a great relationship. And then Judy was like, he was stalking her.
I was like, red flag or deal breaker. Your ex-boyfriend follows you around for 3 months. I'd be like, deal breaker.
The people that are casting, like, people always are like, these are the people that I want. The people that they're casting for Enzo, stalk me, baby. Stalk me.
Oh, okay. How excited are you about the movie that's coming out?
I'm kind of like mixed about it, can I be honest? Because
Yeah.
sometimes like the book to movie adaptation, I get a little worried. But I think the casting so far has been fantastic. I am a little bit worried about I think is it the Enzo character that's the guy from It Ends With Us? Is that who it is? Or is that the husband?
Oh, I haven't. I know they did Amanda Seyfried
Or
and
Nina, yeah,
yeah, and Sydney Sweeney
to
for
be
Millie.
Millie, which I think is
That's right.
fine.
I think that's really good casting for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen The Gentleman's.
Yeah, I haven't been up to date on that.
Yeah, Atlas, if you've seen the new It Ends With Us, the guy who plays Atlas has been casted to be in that movie, but I can't remember if he's Enzo or if he's like the husband.
Oh,
So one of the big plot points in The Housemaid is that, and this is per Frida, Nina is very fat, and that's one of her greatest sins, according to Millie, as to why her hot husband shouldn't be with her anymore. I wonder what they're going to do with Amanda Seyfried, and if they're going to like try to adapt that plot into like a different way, or if they're just going to kind of like skate over it.
I think in 2024, you really can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
think
you
they're
really
gonna
Yeah.
can't. Like, I don't know. I totally forgot about that, to be honest. But I just remember, like, it's a huge thing. Like I said earlier, like people get really frustrated that that's how she always like describes people of like being overweight or being then that like automatically makes them ugly. And we're
yeah.
like, you can't really do that.
Don't like that.
Nope. And so it's a big topic. But I hope they leave it out, to be honest, and just go like a different route to make her ugly. Like,
I agree. Like, just stick with the roots. Just stick with the not getting Botox for a little bit. Like,
yeah,
wearing
yeah,
bad
right?
clothes. Like, there's other options. There's a
Making
lot of authors that we read. So I guess I'm more sensitive to it because growing up, I really struggled with my weight and like, especially
Mhm.
like early 90s,
Oh,
2000s was
wow.
just terrible for that. And so anytime like I see that in books, I think it really sticks out to me. And there's a lot of authors where it's like you're
Mhm.
they're perfectly fine, but they're oh so fat, and that puts them in like the
Yeah.
villain category. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's super interesting. I don't know. And I think also like because we know that Frida's very intelligent, obviously. If she can come up with these plot twists and these stories and like bust them out as quickly as she does, like
Yeah.
she's got a lot going on up there. But to literally just fall back on the word fat, I'm like, seriously, dude?
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
come on. So I don't know. But it's interesting for sure. I hope that maybe just don't do Botox or something. Don't get your hair dyed for a while. That's fine.
Yeah. Who did you think was the bigger villain in Housemaid 1 and 2? Wendy or Nina?
Mm.
Ooh.
Or Mary Beth. Or
Mary
Andrew.
Beth.
Honestly, yeah. Andrew is terrible.
Andrew's pretty bad.
Like borderline psychopath.
I wouldn't say borderline. I would say over
Yeah.
the line.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Deep
sure.
in it.
I just remember like, so maybe like you said, the kind of like overweight fat talk is triggering to you. The like cheating on spouses is triggering to me a little bit just because of like my
Yes.
upbringing. And so I remember reading that book and being like, you're already a POS. Like, I already don't like you. And then it
Mhm.
like, to me, it was like karmic justice at the end. I was like, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have cheated on your wife. Maybe you wouldn't have ended up. You know what I'm saying? That
Maybe you still have all
sucks.
your teeth.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. I'm still Team Millie anytime.
Anytime. That's true. You're like, kill him. Kill them all.
Critter, what do you think? Who's the biggest bad?
Oh, it's really hard. Because I'm like, what made Nina that bad, really?
That she was fat.
Because she was, that's what it is. That's what it is.
And the body
I,
swap. She was gonna have Millie.
Yeah, I felt like Nina made a lot of sense of like, yeah, she needs to get out of that situation. I think what made her evil was then she was just going to leave Millie. And Enzo was like,
Yeah.
you should help her. And she was like, no.
Pass.
she was
We're like,
like,
what?
that is, I don't know. That's a hard one for me. That's a really hard one. I, I don't know. I don't know because morally, I'm like, there's so many things that are wrong, but like in my mind, I'm like, Millie can do no wrong. Like she's
Exactly. Ride it,
independent.
girl.
Like I don't know. I can't pick a biggest bad. I feel like maybe what's her name? The second book?
Wendy?
Wendy. Yeah, Wendy. I feel like she irked me when I was reading more than Nina did. I feel like I guess in my mind, Nina was maybe more justified
Hmm.
in her wrongdoing than Wendy was.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I'm
super
gonna
fair
I
say.
to
don't think
say.
that's a I don't think that's a hot take. I think Wendy was
Okay.
she was pretty bad just because.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she really was. And I was just, I don't know. They're all bad. They're all bad. But yeah, I think Nina, yeah, her biggest sin was that she was fat and Wendy wasn't. So I don't know. I'm just
Wendy was skeletally thin.
no, yeah. She was like starving in there. Poor
Yes.
girl. What about you guys? Who do you think?
Ugh. I feel like what I liked about The Housemaid, the first one, is that there was a real origin story, it felt like, for each of the characters. Like, even Andrew, who was so rotten, you're kind of like, by the end of it, you're like, okay, like, I see how you got here. The Housemaid 2, we said it was kind of like a Disney villain where Wendy, she was like, I grew up poor, and these other kids had designer brand and I didn't. And now I'm going to go on a warpath to become rich and I'm going to kill my husband so I can be even richer.
And
And
You have
I'm
a
so,
really
fixing
good
it.
point. There was not as much like background.
yeah. So I felt like the origin story of Wendy was like, oh, I'm poor. Therefore, now I'm going to go on a murder spree. So I think
Yeah.
Wendy, in my opinion.
Wendy
Okay,
was
that
all
makes me feel
evil.
better.
I know. I kind of think Wendy too. I mean, I will say though, Mary Beth really came out of nowhere for me. Where she climbed into the cabin and just murdered her husband without even
I
like talking to
know.
him. Like, I don't know. I feel like there
No
could have been another
remorse.
way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
No
easy.
remorse.
totally.
Like,
I know.
whoa.
That's the other
So
thing. I read these books and I'm like, is this how people really are?
yeah.
Like, this is frightening that there are people like this in the world. Like I just watched the Menendez brother deal. I'm like, this is crazy. This is real. Like, this is insane.
Okay, so the Menendez brothers, my sister, she's in like the 1900s right now. I
What?
Honestly,
know.
true.
Girl.
Honestly, true. Yeah. So she won't know about it. But
I
basically,
don't.
Chrissy, it's these brothers and they killed their parents. And the whole crux of the documentary is did they kill their parents because their parents were evil or are they evil and then they killed their parents? And so trying to untangle
Fascinating.
that.
Okay.
But Taylor, what did you think by
Oh,
the end of it?
girl. You know what I think? I think that those boys deserve to get out, is what I think.
Ooh.
Really?
I do. I do. And here's the thing. I've been like deep diving. My husband makes fun of me because I've been obsessed with this. So I
Yeah.
watched the docu-series and I thought it was like fantastic. So well done. But it also did a very good job of like they weren't that great, the parents weren't that great. Like it was really bad. And then I started watching the other one on Peacock, like the Menendo whatever.
Hmm.
And it's like this is not a new behavior. Like it what they're saying is being validated from somebody totally outside their world. I'm like, okay, I think it may be time. Like this is real. And now it's getting to the point where they're, getting resentenced and stuff. And I think Gypsy Rose can walk, so can those boys.
You know
I
what?
love
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do. So I've been super into it, and I watched the what was it called? Like the live feed of the DA coming out in LA saying that they were going to resentence, and it was like a huge thing. So yeah, that's my I don't know if it's a hot take, but if Gypsy can walk, so can Lyle and whatever his name is.
Well, I was gonna say Kyle. I was like, that wasn't it. It wasn't Lyle and Kyle.
No, what's his name? Lyle and I don't know. I just the actor that plays him is Cooper, but that's not his name.
Eric.
Yes,
Eric.
I'm
Yep.
in the know.
You are in.
I just
She's
Googled
catching
it.
up.
Yeah.
Chris, I just Googled it.
Yeah. Just living in the
Doing a quick
1900s.
search over here.
Google, folks. Yep. Well, what do you think?
About the Menendez brothers.
Yes, yes.
Uh, I I think that there's enough doubt where if I was to like convict them, I don't know that I would feel 100% convinced. Therefore, I would probably say not guilty because better to let a guilty person free than an innocent person in jail. At the other time, it's like they definitely did kill their parents.
No, for sure.
Right. So
Yeah.
like that's not the question. They did kill their parents. The question is like, do they deserve to be in jail for the rest of their lives? And I feel like no, I think they've done enough. The 30 years that they've been in jail, I think that's time served. It sounds like their parents weren't super great people.
Well, it's frustrating too because Gypsy Rose, like what the abuse was so physical and like evident on her body. Like you
Yeah.
can tell she was being abused, and like you can't like if the doctors look at her thing, they're like, "There's no reason you should have had all these things done." Like the abuse was evident, but for them it was like behind closed doors, and they're also men.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is
Yes.
the point. That is
That's a
Mhm.
huge point of the court case is like, and then they threw out a lot of it, and so yeah, it's just interesting to like talk to people about it, but we'll see.
I
We'll
do
see.
think there's a double standard for men with abuse, especially there was like a lot of like sexual abuse that was happening, and that's a lot of times like discredited or like not believed.
It's
It
sad.
was
I really like the true crime. I just find it very interesting, just like the human psyche of
Yeah.
like what would you do in like these types of situations.
oh, I haven't
One of
seen
my
one.
favorite podcasts is My Favorite Murder. Yeah, it's a really good one, very like conversational, just like two girlfriends just talking about murder and it's, different cold cases and stuff. Yeah.
I'm in.
You would probably like, what is it? People Are the Worst. That's one of my favorites right now. It's really good.
I've never heard of it.
Oh my gosh, you got to watch it or listen to it. I mean, it's really good. It's about there's these two like twin sisters, and all they do is talk about like murder mysteries and murder cases. But almost every single one has like a crazy twist where you're like, wait, what? Like, it's so good. Or it's like a really cool survival story of how like this person was abducted and they were going to get killed by the serial killer, but this is how they made it out. Like, it is so good. And I just love their conversation. They do like curse a little. But if you can get past that, I mean, it's really good stories. So
I'm definitely okay with explicit.
just a little bit of cursing here and there.
We don't do it on our pod. We're
No,
not
yeah,
family
it's
friendly,
nice.
but I guess we don't curse because we do talk about like big topics. Like I wouldn't recommend like a kid to listen to some of our episodes.
No, for sure.
No,
Well,
yeah.
if you're talking about the housemaid and ripping out teeth, I don't think kids
That's
should
what I'm
listen.
saying.
Taylor's on the line for you.
The next Frida book that you read, at least with the housemaid, she is very obsessed with teeth. So much so that I was like, perhaps she is a dentist. She's not a neurosurgeon.
Oh,
interesting.
that is the
Okay,
head.
I will say Candy said we met for the first time when we read like the first part of The Housemaid's Secret, and she was like, "Did you notice all the teeth references?" And I was like, "What? What teeth references?" And she's like, "Look, it was here and here." There's like 2 times she mentioned like, "Oh, this person had straight teeth."
No,
Oh,
That
that's
was
funny.
no, she'd be like, oh,
Oh.
it'd be terrible if something happened to their teeth. And I'm like, that's weird. And then she's like, I made it out by the skin of my teeth. And I'm like, I'm sure you did.
I don't like that. I'm such a teeth person. I'm such a teeth person, and it literally like pained me reading that.
Would
Oh my
Ugh.
you,
gosh.
okay, if you're stuck in a closet, there's a psychotic ex-girlfriend housemaid who's not letting you out, and she's like, I need you to rip out your teeth and then I'll let you out. Would you do it?
Gosh,
Mm, mm,
I think
mm.
I'm taking too long to answer. That's terrifying, but I
I
think you have to, right, to get out.
no,
But
I
then
don't
you're
have the
going
strength
around.
for that, man. Like, not just emotionally, like, oh no, my teeth, I'm gonna have to wear dentures. Like, yeah, that sucks. But like, I don't think I can physically, like, I don't think I'm that strong. Like, I'd try, I'm sure, but I don't think it's
I
gonna
don't
happen.
think yeah, I think that'd be really hard to make yourself do it, is my
Yeah.
thought.
Over and over and
Yeah.
over
Well,
and over
I
again.
wouldn't do it because I'm like,
No.
I'm gonna bleed out and she's lying to me.
Yeah,
That's
So I'm
true.
guessing
That's true.
she handed him.
Because
for
if
sure.
so crazy they're gonna make you do that, then they're not the kind of person that's gonna let you out. Like, oh, thanks for the bag of teeth. Bye. Like,
No.
no.
And she must have given him pliers. And then I would use the pliers and I'd break open the window.
Oh,
Oh.
genius. That's also a conspiracy that I've heard. People are like, well, why didn't they just walk out the window? But then someone was like, if it's an attic window, it was gonna be really small, okay? I'm
Well, I
like,
just
oh
had,
gosh.
I feel
Here
like
we
you'd
go.
find a way for
yeah.
the teeth.
Yes.
Yeah, before your place of yank out teeth, you're like, I'm gonna get stuck in this window Pooh Bear style.
Probably better. You can't get my teeth, girl.
Yeah,
You can't get me.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my theories that I have with the housemaid is that Millie actually loves murdering people, and she
Oh,
is
heck yeah.
a serial killer, and she is just purposely always on a shoestring budget, not charging people for her murders because she wants to feel like justified in being able to.
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%. It reminds me of I don't know if you read, what's it called? Butcher and Blackbird. Did you read that one?
No.
No.
Okay, so it's about two serial killers that like fall in love.
Oh,
My
But
gosh.
it's really cool because one of the serial killers, what they do, it's like their way of being like, finding karmic justice or like the savior complex. They kill other serial killers. And so
oh,
Whoa.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm.
It's a little like they're just prepare yourself going into it. It's a little more like graphic,
okay.
but it's very good. But like that's what it reminds me of. I'm like, girl, you enjoy this a little too much and you get away with it like you're good at it. Like I feel like in the book they say that like she's good at killing people and she's gonna get away with it. Like no one's gonna find out.
No, yeah. I just don't think somebody who dislikes killing people would do it as many times. You know what I mean? Like a one-off, like, oh yeah, I just had to. I had to be the hero, like for sure. But then like you do it again, it's like, okay, now it's
Like
suspicious.
seeking people out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little iffy for me. I have to agree with that. I didn't even think of that theory. I really need to think more when I read.
Well, like we said at the
Carefully.
beginning, you are reading it the correct way. You're consuming it as it is meant to be, per the directions. Chrissy and I think about it way too much, talk about it way
I
too
love
much.
it.
That's good though, because now you have all these good questions for me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never thought of that.
How many people do you think Millie has killed?
Oh gosh. Because when she goes into the housemaid, I got the impression anyway, and maybe this is me just
Mhm.
looking into it, but like that she's like a seasoned pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt too,
How it
for
felt.
sure. Oh man. How old is she again when she goes into the housemaid? Like early 20s, like
I was gonna
23 or
say
something?
30s.
Oh, 30s?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
I
my
think by
thought.
housemaid 2, close to 30s.
Yeah. Housemaid one.
Oh.
That's what I would
You're
say.
right, Critter, because no, because she went in jail when she was like 17 and she was charged as an adult, and then she was there for
That's
like 10 years.
that's right.
So
So she didn't kill anyone
Okay.
in jail, most likely.
probably not. Yeah, because she got let out.
Mm.
Who's to say?
Like 27 to 32. Nah, I think she could do like one or two a year and get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easily.
easy, easy. So,
That's the other thing like you learn about, or like I can't remember if it was I think it was in the Naturals, that Jennifer Lynn Barnes series. They talk about serial killers and they're like, yeah, they go like they have like for lack of better terms, like it's like a routine. Like every 6 months they're gonna kill somebody and then like they like it's a numbers thing. So it's interesting.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like, it's
Yeah,
killing
yeah.
Ooh,
season.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And so they were like preparing. It's like this group of kids, but they were like preparing, like, okay, it's coming to the date where it's gonna be 6 months, and they always kill at this point. So we have to be able to catch them before. It was really good, but that's what it reminds me of.
Oh, that is crazy. I've never heard
Spooky.
that, but that makes a lot of sense because I feel like you have to be very organized if you're gonna be.
Like you just like get an itch. It's like
Uh,
the way they explained it was like they kill and they live off the high. And the more often that you kill, the high is like shorter. And so they kill more frequently because they're seeking that
Oh.
high.
there's this other
Whoa.
podcast, and again, you would love this. I just started listening to it. It's called, honestly, I don't even know. Let me look it up. Mind of a Serial Killer. It's so good. It's so good. But they talk about that, like, and that's why serial killers will like hold on to like a part of like their victim, whether it's like clothing or a hairbrush or like a body part. And it's because it helps satisfy that itch to like go out and kill again. And that's why serial killers, they'll either like have an itch every like 6 months or something because they've been holding on to this thing for so long, and that afterwards they're like, okay, this isn't satisfying me anymore.
Yep.
And then they do it. Or they're the kind of serial killer where it's like every other week there's a missing person. You know what I mean? But that's a really good podcast if you want to like learn more, because they talk about like the psychology of a serial killer and what makes a serial killer. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's so good. But it just justifies what you're saying, Taylor. They got these crazy patterns in their heads, and it's unfortunate. But
Wild.
I do think Millie, yeah, she definitely has something like that going on.
Yeah. I think her and Enzo like get off on it. I think it's part of like their
Oh, yeah.
relationship kink is that
Oh, heck yeah.
And that's why Broccoli didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because he's not
yeah.
like
Too
He
boring.
wasn't here for murder.
No.
no, yeah.
She brought up her
Poor
murder
guy.
and he broke up with her and she was astounded.
That's one of my best
You
qualities.
don't like me? Doesn't that make me so sexy because I kill people? What?
Enzo would get it.
Yeah. And she was like, I can't believe it. He dumped me because he found out that I murdered someone and probably someone else too.
Gosh. Hey, you know what? It's better than being dumped because you're fat, right? That was the issue.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like, I would rather be dumped because I was a serial killer and not because I was fat. But yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
I think we might have time for one more question. Chrissy, do you have one on your heart?
Gosh. I don't know. Let's think. Okay, I have a lot of questions on my heart. Well, I don't know. One question, that's kind of a lot of pressure.
Okay, you can have two.
You have
Okay,
two.
all right. Thank you. Well, okay, because I
Not
was
even
going to
a
ask a
podcast,
follow.
but I'm telling you, you can have two.
Thank you. That really takes a lot of relief. Okay, well, I was going to follow up on this last conversation of we had a theory that Millie is now starting a whole like MLM pyramid scheme of housewife murderers.
It's truly a pyramid scheme. Get to the top. You may not make it
Yeah.
out.
Exactly. And we're like, maybe all of the like, wives that she saved, they've also turned into murderers because Mary Beth learned very quickly how to
Yeah.
how to become like ninja assassin.
Quite the protege.
Yes, exactly. So that was one of my question was, do you think that's what's happening here? Another question though, this one could be the last one, is what are y'all's feelings when you're reading The Housemaid 1 and 2? Like, is it like anxiety, suspenseful? Is it funny? What are the feelings you have?
Oh, I feel like I definitely like put myself in like Millie's shoes, and I'm like, yeah, they all deserve it. How dare your boyfriend break up with you because you were a murderer? Like, I'm such a girl's girl that I'm like, I'm taking your side on everything, sis. Like everything. You kill somebody, that's fine. They deserved it. Like, so maybe that's not the right mindset, but like when it's an anxious moment for her, it's an anxious moment for me. Like, such an empath over here.
I love it. I read it at night. So people think I'm crazy, but I always read at night. Like when my kids go to sleep, it's just like how I decompress. And so I'm reading these like horrific things. And honestly and truthfully, I've never been like freaked out by one of the books. Maybe that just makes me weird. The only book that really freaked me out was what was it? The third book of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. That was crazy. But anyway,
Ooh.
I am like in it. Like I'm in it, like Kristen said. I have a hard time being morally sound of like, okay, well, maybe you shouldn't have done that because that was a little bit weird. I will say the first housemaid though, when she was like pulling out his teeth, that was much.
Yeah, that was a
It
lot.
freaked
That
me.
was a lot.
A touch too far.
Yeah.
But did I stop reading?
No.
No. Did I continue to read her whole catalog? Yes. Yes, I did.
I feel like for me, I'm so like in the true crime, Law and Order, SVU. I'm so numb to it. Her books really are like a comedy for me. I feel like it's like a Sharknado type of thing where you're just like,
Oh my gosh, that's so
where
funny.
you're like, yep, that makes sense. Mary Beth with no experience would be able to break into this house and cut the electric and the phone line and slash your husband's throat.
That's so funny. I just don't even think about it, dude. I think that's the issue. I just am like you said, pure entertainment. I'm like, yeah, she could. Yeah. Like, but then you think about it, you're like, there's no way. There's
Oh
no way.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, so what's next on your reading list? What are you guys going to talk about next on your pod?
Hmm.
We just finished it was called Butterface. It's this book we were gonna do a spoilers episode for. So I think we're gonna do that one and then we'll do a 12 reads of Christmas, which will be really fun.
Oh, cool.
We have a few backlogged that you won't be hearing. Well, like we still have to record Butterface and 12 Days of Christmas, but then we also
Mhm.
have what Book Boyfriends? That just came out. What's our next one, Taylor? Let me look on. We're still
Book Boyfriends. Yeah, that one was really
that one
fun.
was super fun. And then
And right now I'm reading
oh,
Trust No One by Deborah Webb.
You guys
Ooh.
have so many books that I've never heard of and sound so good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's bad. Like really bad.
wow,
But it's so
I think
fun.
it's good. I mean, I don't read as much as Taylor. Taylor will bust out like multiple books and I'm just sitting on one. But if it's a audiobook, I just, oh my gosh, I can get through those. I just read the fallback plan. That was cute. That's what we're gonna post soon. Flirty fall finds. Um, and
Mhm.
then right now I'm gonna read, it's called Fall With Me, and it's like 5 books, and it's about this family, and I'm assuming it goes through like the 5 brothers or siblings of it. And they all have like what is it called? Like they own a resort that people come like an
Mm.
Airbnb kind of thing. And it's like love books. And I just started that. And it starts pretty crazy because in the prologue there was a murder. Um
Just how Kristen likes
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Right
right
off
off
the
the
bat.
bat. But
I'm
I
good
was
Yeah.
with it.
expecting like cinnamon roll cowboy romance. Like, hello? No, absolutely not. Somebody gets killed. Somebody has to go to jail. Like, I'm just, I don't know what to expect now. So hopefully we'll continue the thriller of that, but maybe it will be a little romantic. So,
Feels White Lotus.
ooh, I don't know what that is.
What?
No, I don't. I,
I've never done that either.
What? The
okay.
Netflix show? I'm
No.
No.
oh my God.
Oh no.
What?
Okay.
That
Let's
is like
look
a
this
pop
up.
culture phenomena.
It's like Stranger Things. I didn't watch that either.
Oh.
So
I
I don't know
appreciate you
either.
guys because I never know any of Candy's pop culture.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's because I'm just always out.
Now I'm starting to think I'm in like a vacuum. But White Lotus was legit. It's 2 seasons. You know Jennifer Coolidge,
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
Bend and Snap
I love
from
Jennifer
Yes,
Coolidge.
Queen.
yes.
Queen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how did I not know about this?
Yeah. I mean, it's phenomenal.
They have a pretty good cast
Okay.
too. Wow. Okay. I guess I should
Yeah,
look up on Netflix after this.
absolutely. It is similar flavor of like Murder at a Luxury Hotel,
Oh,
which was
okay.
making me think of that Airbnb experience.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine that's part of the experience? A real life murder
In a
mystery.
bed.
Hey, I'd stay the night. I'm down.
Nobody's gonna die. So funny. What are you guys reading next?
We did The Princess and the Goblin
No,
by
never heard.
George MacDonald. It is like a 200-year-old
Fantastic.
fairy tale. And
Oh,
our
cute.
poll question for that is snooze fest or fun. Because
We realized, okay, a lot of these books, we realized that we've read them the wrong way. And this book, George MacDonald's book, is best read like one chapter at a time right before bedtime, reading it to a 5-year-old. And instead, we read it all at once to
Oh.
ourselves. And so
Yeah.
Not as
it's
great.
great, though.
Oh, is it?
Very good children's story. Yeah, would recommend. I really liked it. It's funny, good story. Nothing really bad happens.
What is
I'm a
it called
fan.
again?
The Princess and the Goblin.
Princess and the
And the
Goblin.
Goblin.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Candy's ready.
Yeah.
Hey.
I will have to
Chrissy
pick
and
it up.
I, when we used to play Barbie dolls, she always wanted to just like, I don't even know. And I was like, my boyfriend's gonna steal your boyfriend because you only have one Ken doll and like 1,700 Barbies. And Chrissy's like,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
And Chrissy's like, no, why is that happening? I was
I
like,
just wanted them to be happy.
yeah. I'm like, well, that's
It's
boring.
just reasonable.
So take her
Nope,
book
that's not how this
Rex
works.
with a grain of
Right.
salt.
That is so funny.
Not
I know
into
we're
the
talking about
drama.
murder. She's like, this is like a really good fairy tale
I
one. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I would never read The Housemaid if it weren't Candy chosen. She's like, we're going to read it. It's like, okay, now I'm in on it. I like it, but normally
For
I
sure.
would never have chosen it.
Chrissy was having nightmares when she was reading the first one.
Oh,
I did have a
Oh,
bad
God
dream.
bless you.
Well, let's see. What did I have? No, I had a bad dream about God of the Woods. Also a very good book.
Oh,
Would
that was
recommend.
great.
Would recommend.
yeah.
No,
I
the
didn't read that
Housemaid
one either.
did give me some anxiety though.
Oh no.
That's honestly rightfully so. The teeth thing will do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
shit
yeah.
makes your teeth.
But yeah, Princess and the Goblin, and then we're reading Fox's Tale and Kieran's Tongue, which is like a independent little indie book fantasy. And I just started reading it, and it's actually pretty good. I was not excited about reading it, to be perfectly honest. Chrissy's friend recommended it. Not that I don't trust Chrissy's friend, but I was like, I don't know. I just haven't heard
One
it.
of my friends, my friend also recommended, a different friend recommended The Princess and the Goblin. So
Oh, so you're striking out,
This
sis.
I have liked them for one.
Poor Candy's like, can we get back to the murder?
Yeah. Well, luckily, Fox's Tongue and Kieran's Bones starts with a murder on like page 1. So
Love that.
We're in.
Candy's itch is scratched.
yeah, so I'm like, I'm in. Yeah,
Love it.
tell our listeners where they can find you.
Oh, yes. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Kindred Kindles, podcasts on Instagram. We post funny like reels and stuff. And we just, have a good time. We post
TikTok too.
every Monday.
Your social is top notch. I run our socials and it's hard, but y'all's are just really good. I'm very impressed.
Oh,
So
it's
thank you so
CapCut
much.
all the way.
yeah,
Literally.
That's all.
it's a good follow.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you guys for having us on your podcast. We had a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
this was super fun.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime.
Next time we'll
have you on ours.
Yeah,
Oh my
We'll do a
God.
Kindred Kindles edition.
That'd be so fun. Okay.
today.
We'll do it.
Cool. Well, we'll talk later.
All
Very
right,
good.
Bye.
Bye, guys.